50 duos take to the stage in just a moment, but this, as Zeke mentioned, is the upper bracket. That means no one goes home after today's competition. The top 25 duos will go through to Championship Sunday. They'll get an extra day to rest and also practice. And then the bottom 25 duos will join the teams who qualified through the last chance qualifier. And let's face it, everyone wants to make it through to the grand finals today. So please.
Journey to Summit was slow and steady, but now it's a sprint to the top with Vico and Malabuka looking to take it all.
Give it up for Fast Stroke and Repairs. With an FNCS Fairy Tale run, they're looking to make history.
Check out the Leviathan duo Leiva and Romero. Es la hora de ganar para Argentina. Let's get it.
You can't mention visuals without praise. This long-standing duo looking to add yet another achievement to that long list.
Underdogs, but not underrated. It's Cringe and Twy chasing their best result yet here in Germany.
Warum hast du Geschenke ausgemacht in deinem Live?
All right, for the kings of NA West, it's Kanata and Victor B. These guys are looking to add another crown to their collection.
They're T1 players in EU for a reason. The Polish powerhouse, Dorm and Dimish, ready to shake it up.
It's Yapko and Panzer catching
Oh,
fire.
bei dir sind halt, man kann keine Geschenke
As they
schenken.
look to burn through the competition.
Straight from Moshi, it's Resides and Tinka. A couple diamonds in the rough.
Ich kann bei allen Spenden auch bei dir. Ich gehe jetzt noch an anderen Live. Runter.
For Chap and Flixie. These guys had a rough time in FNCS, but this is a duo you can never count out.
I had to talk to you guys, Vico and Malabuka. To me, it's crazy that you two aren't regarded as some of the favorites in this competition. So much success in Div Cups, 3 FNCS major wins between you. Why are people underestimating you right now, Malabuka?
It's fine. We don't mind that we're like under radar. We'll just show ourselves in the finals.
Do you think people are going to give you space at Frigid Fortress today?
I mean, they can try to stop us. We'll just force it out.
And I think all the duos should be listening to this man. I'm just going to pop in between you. Vico, you tweeted today about being nervous. This is you. Do you need a tech talk?
Yeah, I mean, I woke up today not feeling my best, you know, but since I got my GOAT right here, my best teammate ever, you know, I'm feeling confident. I talked to my mental coach, Pappy. I talked to my friends, all that. I'm feeling hyped, I'm feeling confident, and I hope I can, you know, not disappoint Düsseldorf.
And you won't disappoint Düsseldorf, and you won't disappoint Austria either. Vico and Malabuka, good luck today. Let's head over to Leppen.
Thank you very much, Frankie. I'm here with NA West's finest. We got Victor V and Kanada in the building. Victor, I feel like we see so many people bigging you up, especially your father. He's your biggest fan. Pops is always saying a lot. Shout out to Pops. But I want to see you big yourself up. What does everybody in this arena need to know about you today?
All you guys need to know is that me and Kanada, we're just going to dominate today. You know, make it off spawn, dropping 20 bombs every game. You know, that's just how we're moving today.
Ich hab alles,
Of course, Kanada.
außer die Scheißpump und scheiß
There's
Heal,
been a lot
Digga.
of question marks about it. It looks a bit
Lauf da,
confusing to
einer.
people.
Nee,
What's going
geht
to
da
happen
weg,
today,
geht weg,
from
geht
your
weg.
perspective?
What's going to happen is I personally think me and Pablo are going to qual up or to finals, and the Asia team is sadly not going to
Oh, man, die
qual
auch
because they're conning our side. I'm not going to let that slide.
What's going to happen if anyone comes to your side?
I mean, obviously, we're going to eliminate them.
Keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. Back to you,
Ja,
Frank.
bei dir.
Thank you very much. I was just chatting to the guys about what I was going to talk to them about. And of course, I've got to
Ist
talk
auch-
to you
meine
about
auch, meine auch,
playing
Digga, ich kann
in
nicht verbauen.
Germany. Flixie, what's it like to compete in front of a home crowd?
I mean, it's an unbelievable feeling playing in my home country. I'm really hyped and I'm
Aber
happy to
zurückholen.
everyone be
Und.
Absolutely.
Fuck,
And
ich hab
Chad, I know
Internet.
you're Swiss, but you speak perfect German. Can the German crowd claim you as one of their own this weekend?
I think so, yeah.
So the casters were saying that you didn't have the smoothest journey to getting to this stage. How hard have you been practicing since you qualified for LAN?
We practice practice a lot, and I think we're confident.
And Flixie, you have got so much experience at a LAN like this. What's the key to success?
I mean, I think the biggest key to success is to just play like at home and like not be nervous and yeah, just be confident.
Is it strange playing against your ex-teammates? Like Vico's just over there, Veno's somewhere over there too.
Nah, like I think we're all good vibes, like we like each other, and I just hope the best for them.
Yeah, I hope the best for everyone here, including you two. Good luck, guys. Let's bring out the next duos.
It's Thomas HD and Focus. This duo's a lethal combination of experience and raw talent, and they're not going down easy.
Walking in now, it's Cringe and Volko. These guys are in it to win it, so let's see their ambitions be made a reality.
A new duo enters the scene, a man and Rickster, rising through the Middle East, looking to prove themselves on the big stage.
Coming in on a hot streak, it's LB Works and BOT. They rose to the top of Asia, but now it's time to break through globally.
Hailing from the north, it's iDrop and Marius. They're here to showcase the massive potential of their raw skill.
Two top dogs of NAC, give it up for Acorn and Bolt. Be prepared, because these guys are out for conquering it all.
Here comes Syaz and Scary. These guys managed to break in the top of EU, proving you cannot leave them unchecked.
Returning to the international stage once again, it's Nudie and Gabdana. What wonders do they have in store for us this time?
Dusseldorf, give it up for Kiddo Wicks. Breaking into the top. These guys want to take it to the next level.
Your defending Globals champion paired with the runner-up Swizzy and Pixie, ready to overcome any challenge sent their way.
All right then, Focus and Thomas. Thomas, it's amazing to have you back on LAN. Are you feeling any kind of LAN nerves? Are you feeling confident that you're going to win this one?
I think so. This could be the one.
It could be the one. I know Denmark's behind you. For you, Focus, what's it like knowing that you have such a mechanically skilled duo?
I mean, he's the best aim in the world. I think we're gonna do good, and I'm confident in him.
And Focus, what has Thomas taught you?
Experience. I've learned a lot from him. There's too much to tell.
There's so much to tell. I mean, he has so much experience. Have you learned anything from Focus, Thomas?
Yeah, he's new and up-and-coming talent. Like, he's so good right now, one of the best players in the world. So, yeah.
Well, let's see how you do as we drop into the first game. Right now, though, we've got to head over to 11-2K with Acorn and Bolts.
Thank you very much, Frankie. Look, I'm here with potentially NA's last hope. Acorn, you're back on this stage. A lot of people had some criticism of your Globals performance last year. People thought you should have done better than you did. Are you feeling the pressure this weekend?
What are diamonds made of? Oh, shoot.
Oh, I know what you're doing there.
But no, in all seriousness, no, I'm not feeling the pressure. You know, it feels like I'm playing at home. I'm ready to win. I'm ready to go.
Of course, there's some rumors that you might be contested. Someone might land on your foot. You've been doing this IGLing thing for a long time. Are you prepared for that?
Of course, bro. Always.
What's going to happen if they land on you?
Oh, you're going to see. 50.
Bolts, it feels like people keep doubting you guys. It feels like you guys fly under the radar. Why do you think that happens, even with how talented you are?
You know, I think they underestimate Acorn. He's really the best IGL in the world. I'm one of the best underestimators in the world, and we always show up when it matters. Acorn, pick rotates. Me, I'm always finding the best refreshes, and you know, we always get that win.
I'm looking forward to it, guys. No pressure. I got this. Frankie, who you got on your side of the stage?
I have got iDrop and I've got Marius. And we had to talk to you guys. Obviously, iDrop, first of all, you're being contested by Salco and Minute over at Frigid Fortress today. Have you been practicing your off spawns?
Of course, we practice as much as we can, and we're just very confident going into it.
What's the strongest part of your game right now?
I'd say fighting. we're just crazy at fighting, both of us.
So in other words, you're quite up for an off-spawn battle.
Yeah, of course, always.
And I have to talk to you because, Marius, look at your fans. The Gentlemates have turned up. Have you got anything to say to them?
Yeah, I appreciate the love, and I love you too.
Now, it hasn't been the most difficult journey on the way here. Some inconsistent results in the Div Cups. Does LAN make a difference, though? Does it help you even stay consistent knowing you have fans who are supporting you?
Yeah, 100%. It's a big difference because online people, they have a better pickup.
Well, I can't wait to see what you guys do, so please get ready, because we've got to get ready on stage for some more duos.
Couple Polish favorites, Cammy and Hottie. They've been flying under the radar in Europe, and now's the perfect chance to take over.
Here comes Agers and Ritual with an impressive second place finish in the NAFNCS. They want to take it a step further. They want to take it all.
Welcome, Yargu and Carillion with a last-minute clutch performance to get them to the stage. They're not here to be counted out.
Minori and Darkos in the house. They put in the work. They've earned their spot, and they're going to make every second count.
It's Muzz, it's Sphinx, and they've proven themselves a main attraction at the top. So why would this weekend be any different?
It's your NAFNCS champion, Benno and Curve. The team with 2 crowns and his right hand are here to take over the competition.
The pride of UK, it's Nathan and Nebs. We know they're consistent, and now it's time to take some risk if they want to win it all.
Welcome brand new and GRX. They clawed their way to the top of the region, but now it's time to ascend the summit.
Coming in hot, it's Envy, Tyler, and Chance. A young duo brimming with untapped potential, here to carry the next generation.
No, you're not dreaming. It's Click. It's Higgs. With a disappointing finish in Major 1, they're not here to play around. They're here for redemption.
Agers and Ritual, you were one of the most consistent duos in NA Central. Do you think people are sleeping on you coming into this competition?
Maybe because we're contested, but I think that they know we'll pull through in the end and just get ready for a show.
How are you able to stay so consistent even when you're contested?
I think we're really good at playing when we're shambles, and we're able to make it happen whenever.
Now, I know that you've got a bit of a friendly rivalry going on with Rapid and Cold. Does that mean that you potentially might surprise meet up with them at some point during the day?
Nah, I don't think so.
But do you want to see a North American duo come out at top this weekend?
Yeah, I want NA to win no matter what. Hopefully it's us.
Well, it might be you guys, or it might be an Australian NA duo, because Levin is with Muzz and Sphinx.
Yes, I am. I'm here with 2 lovely gentlemen who are going to be doing their best today in a potentially uncomfortable situation. I just want to start off with you, Muzz. You're looking good, man.
Thank you.
What's been going on?
I did manage to lose 33 kilos since the last LAN event.
Shout out to Muzz, man. What a legend. Sphinx. There's a lot of teams landing at Humble Hills. What is the game plan for today?
I mean, bro, the game plan is just to show them who their daddy is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smoke all of them. I don't even care. Nathan, I don't even know who you are. Never heard of you before this land. Falcons, Gerald. Just go back to OC, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You came out with a bow and arrow. You pointing at them?
Yes, sir.
After the off-spawn part of the game, you guys have been very consistent in NA. Are you worried about any of the potential teams in this lobby? What is the plan after that?
I don't think so. I think our mid games, like, they're sound. I don't think anyone can, like, mess with it, change it. I think we're good to go.
Muzz, it feels like no matter what you do in Fortnite, people still just seem to underrate you. They don't give you the credit you deserve. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's just because recently I've only been performing good in grand finals for like the last 12 months. So that's why, for sure.
They're going to find out today.
Hopefully.
Let's see it. Frankie, over to you.
I am with Cammy and Hari. Cammy, does this land feel any different to the lands you've played before?
pretty normal like every time. I think we're gonna do good like always.
And I think you might do good, given the experience you have and the duo you have in Hurry. How do you feel like the chemistry is working between you two in game right now?
Yeah, I think it's really good chemistry. I think it's really good.
And you're uncontested at the moment. Is that playing into your game plan? Is that what you prefer, to be somewhere safe as opposed to being somewhere that maybe has the best loot?
I mean, it's always good to be uncontested, so yeah, we'll try to make the best out of it.
Yeah, and I can imagine you will. I think that we're going to let you guys get back into the lobby and get ready to go because, guys, we've got to bring out more duos.
Shark and TD, the future of Fortnite, have arrived. The fastest rising duo, and they're looking to leave everyone in the past.
Step it up, it's Cole and Madden. Their gameplay, it's nerves of steel, but can they keep it up here at Summit?
Coming out of OCE, it's Faison and Gerald. Let the David versus Goliath sword begin. They'll have their work cut out for them for sure.
Say hello to Reed and Cooper. These guys are sure to put on a show, so let's see what you got.
It's OCE's top dog, Alex and Reckless, the undisputed best on OCE. But it's time to test their skills against the world.
This duo's ready to cause some havoc. It's Chino and Pablo. They've already won the regional championship, but now you gotta do it against the best.
Give it up for X-Pawn and Doxy, some of the best NA West has to offer, and they're here to show they can't be counted out.
Big ups for the Los Angeles. Coming from Brazil, they're here in Germany to raise the roof.
The Japan powerhouses Yuma and Toyota are back. They're looking to take on the international stage once more.
Dusseldorf, make some noise for your hometown heroes, Chien and Giannis. It's time to show what Dortmund Fortnite is all about.
We have got a player here who is currently regarded as one of the best in the world, and he's also one of the youngest here. Shark, do you mind turning around for me so everyone can hear and see you answering this question? Because you actually reached out to Teeny last year to play with him, is that right?
Yeah.
And why was it Teeny you wanted to play with?
I wanted to play him for like so many years because I just like the playstyle that he's playing.
And you used to watch him before you went pro?
Yeah.
Teeny, what was your reaction when Shark, I guess an up-and-coming player at the time, reached out to you and said he wanted you as his duo?
I mean, I was looking for duo at that time, so yeah, it was great.
And did it surprise you how well it worked?
Not really.
Not really. So tell me about Wonky Land today. We think that Clix might be landing on you. What are you going to do if he does? Just eliminate him. It's as simple as that, I think, Levin.
Sometimes it really is that simple, Frankie. Look, I'm here with Cooper and Reet. I'm here with Cooper and Reet. And boys, it's not the best of situations to be in, right? You're fighting off spawn against, two of the best players in NA. What is the plan today, Reet, against those guys?
Honestly, it just depends how it goes. See what happens off spawn. Recently we've been splinted in some tournaments leading up to this, and I guess we'll just play it by ear. If we get some good loot, might run them down. If not, we'll see what happens.
If you do split it, but the games ain't going how you want them to go, is there a chance you just stop splitting it?
Oh yeah, if we're doing bad and they're doing good, there's zero chance we'll let them qualify. Come on.
I like the thought process. Cooper, you know what it means to win on a stage like this. You've done it before a couple years back. What's changed about you as a player? Where have you gotten better over the years that helps you today?
I mean, I've gained a lot more confidence since then, for sure. I've struggled with consistency. But, it's my first time being contested on LAN. I'm going in here with nothing to lose, so I'm going to let everything out, and I'm going to do the best we can.
Reet sort of said it. You guys have been fighting them a lot. Like, you've had a lot of practice against them. What do you think their weakness is?
I think their weakness is, they're just trying to split it too much. Like, I feel like we're just going to get our games griefed if we just keep splitting it, so I hope they bring the fight to us because we're ready for it.
I like the sound of that. Look, Frankie, I know know you got some Great Danes on your stage. What do they have to say?
I do have Great Danes. We've got Pablo and Chino. And boys, you are one of the favorites in this competition. You just exploded in Major 1. There were some questions at the start of the season, so how did you up your game?
Just work hard and yeah, just don't give up. Just try to fix all the mistakes.
And it looks like you've done that really well. However, it's going to be difficult today at Sandy Strip because you've got Kanada and Mini Pio's duos also landing near you. What's the plan?
I mean, there's not really a plan. I mean, we're just gonna do whatever like comes to mind, and we're gonna dominate this.
Pablo, people are saying that Chino is the top 3 clutcher in the world. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And what about yourself?
I'm also up there.
You're also up there. Top 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. We know that these guys have got each other's backs. Let's bring out our final teams.
After dominating the EU finals, Sky and Skrull are here to prove they're a global threat. The road to a trophy lift starts today.
South America's #1 duo, Dawn and Night. Having dominated Brazil, they're now here to play with no regrets.
Welcome aboard, Javi and a finish. The competition is fierce, but their willpower is relentless. It's time to give it your all.
Fukun and Mini Pio, a last game win at FNCS was the clutch they needed to make it to the summit. But can they do it again?
From Middle East, it's your FNCS champions, Pakistan Hero. A couple staples for international representation, and now they're here to show us why.
It's the terrors of Alavi, Peter Pan, and Polio. One of Fortnite's most dominating duos are looking to have a flashback performance today.
Tasted. Cat so one standard gold kebab.
Pairing with Dream for first. It's time to make this summit one to remember.
It's not hot in here, it's cold and rapid. They might have switched up drop spots, but the plan remains the same. Global domination.
Watch out for Hamad and Controller. They may have been second in Middle East FNCS, but now they're here to showcase their strength.
Call the home field advantage after the goal early. Every's in here at Dusseldorf. Can they ride that momentum all the way to the top?
With me from the Middle East, our #1 representatives, we have FPS and we have Hero. And this is your 5th FNCS LAN FKS. I think that makes you the most successful Middle East player.
Oh yeah,
in
Daddy,
history.
Sigma
What's it
ball.
like to be back?
I mean, I'm so excited to be here and
Do you think that this is the best we're going to see a
Do you
Middle
like it?
Eastern team do
Hold on.
today?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Do you think this
Why
is
did
the
it
best
told
we're
us
going
off?
to see an ME team place this weekend in a LAN?
Of course, I mean, we're ready.
I think you are, and Hero. We know that the skill gap is now closing because normally you guys win by hundreds of points in your region. This time, though, you had some competition, but that's a good thing, right? Because it means you get to practice more.
Yeah, Middle East is improving and we're ready to compete against the world and be at the top of the world.
I can't wait to see you try. Okay, now, Germany, I think Levin has got a treat for you.
We got the fan favorites. Everybody make some noise for Noah and Rita! Boy, oh boy, Noah. There are a lot of players on this stage who grew up watching you, trying to be like you. Does that influence you have? What does it prove? What does it show? What does it mean to you today?
I mean, it just makes me happy. I mean, we're both old, but we still got it. You know me?
Absolutely, absolutely. Reason. Everybody's supporting you out here, man. I saw someone who had a sign of your face somewhere out there. We got people representing you all over the building. What does it mean to have the fans here in full support of you?
It honestly means everything. It was always a dream of mine, and I thank every of the players here as well, so I thank you all.
Of course, you have a lot to do today in-game. How do you stay ready? How do you stay prepared to be at your very best?
I mean, first of all, we prepped a lot, but of course, I played the Reason 1v1 build fight map a lot. Best 1v1 map, make sure to check that out, and yeah, that's how we prepped.
Make sure you check that out. Noah, you're playing with someone who you played with a lot. Do you feel like that experience you guys are playing with each other over the years helped you in the lobby today?
Yeah, we got pretty good chemistry, so like we always just find each other in endgame and we're
Hey, I'm gonna hope you guys do incredibly well. I'm not gonna lie though, guys, it's the stage is getting a bit chilly up here. What's going on, Frankie?
Well, I'm standing next to Cold and Rapid. That's what's going on, Levin. Cold, I think you've got the best player photo of all the walkouts. Can you just replicate that for me, please? Oh, yeah, and that's how you're feeling right now, right? Super chill?
I feel amazing, bro. I'm ready to, take down the competition, show you guys what I do.
Even though you're contested?
Of course, those guys are horrible. You guys are gonna see.
Okay, we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on 4 fields. Rapid, sometimes people are saying that this man, he doesn't practice, but that's not true, right?
No, that's not true. He plays a lot.
So what have you been working on the most going into this, LAN?
Wait, say that again?
What have you been working on the most going into this competition?
Definitely our end game and our chemistry.
And what was up with the end game?
Druids weren't staying together, but now we fixed it.
Okay, so there's not going to be any solo clutching. You're always going to be the 2 in the 2v1 situation, Cold.
Yes, sir.
And who is your biggest competition here on LAN before I let you go? Who have you got your eyes on?
Nobody.
Keep your eyes on these 2 desks.
I mean, Fortnite fam, how can you not be hyped seeing this? I mean, all these players come out. This is the upper bracket. This is so insane. I mean, you heard duos coming out, getting the reactions from the fans. It is electric here. I mean, man, I feel a little vivid. As I kind of start to think back to the game, right? As I focus in on like having a good time, like, wait a minute, the game feels like there's one thing that's super important. It's having a game plan.
Yeah, absolutely. And it feels like everybody up there on the stage has a game plan because we kind of talked about the qualification process for this LAN. We talked about how everybody had to place well to get here. And I feel like it's kind of showing in all of those interviews. Like, it's just confidence after confidence after confidence. But speaking of game plans, man, yeah, it definitely does kind of change when you do change up the format, right? We have a 3-day format, but the lobby is never going to look the same in each and every single one of these days. So I feel like in terms of preparation, right, day 1 duos are going to be feeling so good because they have to just straight up prepare for whatever lobby they have set forth in front of them, where we can't really see those, day 2 duos kind of pop up, right? If we take a look at how Veno and Curve actually won their FNCS on the NAC region, dude, they were 10th going into day number 2, and then they ended up winning, right? But that's on the back foot of Veno just doing all of that preparation in between. We don't have the opportunity to do something like that here.
It's interesting that you say that, though, because at the same time, you have duos already in the lower bracket just waiting to see who their 25 competitors are going to be. As a reminder, the top 25 do go to Sunday, but the bottom 25 play again tomorrow. There's already kind of drop maps getting formed, ideas of where duos might be dropping, but it all depends on how today plays out.
Absolutely, and of course, so many other duos as we're seeing. I mean, Janus is looking fantastic, and I mean, you guys heard him for a moment. Obviously, we're in Germany. Lev got to talk to him. Noah, Reason, there is so much hype being in this environment. I can't wait.
It's definitely going to be cool, and you can take a quick little peek right there. The preparation definitely comes in. Saw all of the players kind of setting up their setups earlier on, making sure that they had their drop maps, prepared for that. Obviously, it just kind of speaks to how important, how vital they feel like, the all-spawn situations are, how they need to feel comfortable that they are going to land first and have a big advantage because, these players were kind of allotted one single piece of player each to kind of bring with them on stage, and almost every single one of them, it feels like they dedicated it to the other game.
Yeah, they have the drop map, they have it right in front of them. The thing I'm thinking is, we had the practice matches, but you don't want to leak your strats in a practice match when the real deal is happening tomorrow. So now today, I'm curious to see how these kind of game plans unfold. Will we actually see Clix contest Peterbot? Will we see Sky and Scroll to the same strat? Only time will tell.
Well, time it is, because guess what, Fortnite fam? It is that time. Game number 1 is ready. So let's kick it on over to the casters. It's Jacob PR and the best taco.
We are here. This is the moment we've been waiting months for. The Major 1 Summit LAN from 75 teams from across the world are not only battling out for over $1 million in prize money, but the top 15 spots go to the Global Championship.
The way I see it, Jacob, today is basically bonus Fortnite Nation, and I am all for it, okay? Because we know we got game 1 ready to go. heard so many rumors. We've seen so many shakeups. And yet, here today, it's time to figure it all out.
Yeah, for months you've heard Clix and Higgs, Peterbot, Poyo, the rivalry for so long. They said, no, we're going over towards Scribbly Shores. Clix is claiming, hey, we've had enough of going against Peterbot and Poyo on their terms. Now it is our terms. It's now going to be under their own conditions. But we've also seen, we heard our analysts talk about it as well. In some of those practice games, Clix and Higgs actually went back to Wonky Land, and we're seeing it again. Clix and Higgs are going back to the drop spot. They know the best.
Clix and Higgs, they're not looking to try and drop at Squibbly Shores, not here in game one, but they're still going to have to contend with some other opponents because now you're on home turf. But check it out, Sharktini more than expectant of this shakeup, and that is why they've already been sure to prepare for it. Darman Deebish as well, just off in the distance over towards Toy Box Talks. It's going to get very rocky very soon for some of these teams, though.
Yeah, and you can already see Sharktini, Clix and Higgs. For the most part, it seems like they're going to split it. But Clix and Higgs, they're fast right out of the gates. They're pushing on over to the north side of Wonky, taking that loot, and eventually will fall back. But there's contested fights all over here in game one. Sandy Strip, another one in the feed. I did see Mini Prio go down. It wasn't Gino, wasn't Havoc here with Pablo Wingoose. You gotta imagine where else did they drop because they're not in the minimap.
But Gino and Pablo, though, they don't seem to really be all that minding of it. They're more than content to just keep gathering whatever they can find here at Sandy Strip. They know that there's bound to be a bit of a clash eventually with Victor V and Kanata, but it's no real surprise to see that everywhere else it's not so sweet. Chap trying to escape over by New Sanctuary. Things have gone awry because Flixie, he's already been knocked, so now Chap has to play for the recovery.
Yeah, they're already kind of searching where that actual elimination is. We want to know as well, it's actually going to be Flixie on top of the mountain. He did get down onto Romero. You can see him battling in another 2v1 situation. He wins the fight. That wasn't just a knock, that was a full wipe.
Unfortunately, even if you win out with the first duo, there's always going to be some third-party action taking place if the time to elimination isn't fast enough. And even then, you never really know what to expect because so many teams are looking for that surprise factor. But Higgs, Clix, drawing things back over to Wonky Land. They're waiting, they're trying to make the approach. They've sniffed out this little bit of a lurk opportunity here. Shark gonna make sure to try and close the distance. Wants to ensure that he can back up Teeny if necessary. Overdrive grenade just to get a little bit of the movement effects here, but they've still yet to really tango. And Shark trying to push Higgs back. Clix a little bit separated, but he's still got the high ground leverage.
Yeah, Shark and Higgs trading shots very, very quickly. You can even see from underneath, Teeny trying to join the mix, but there's a little bit of a health advantage here for Clix and Higgs, and right now it looks like they are trying to be the aggressors in this fight. We've talked almost all morning long. Will they split it? Where will Clix and Higgs go? They're going back to Wonky Land, and they're hoping to wipe out Shark and Teeny. And right now, down below, Shark and Teeny, relatively healthy, but a couple of missing item slots and really, really low on materials.
And you just know that this is more than just a drop spot on the line here, Jacob. This is who's going to strike first and win with their pride. Clix, Higgs, they're not looking to fold under pressure. Shark, Teeny, they knew that this was going to likely be taking place here today, but both of these duos, all they realistically need, 1-2 solid lobbies out of our 6 games matchup.
Yeah, but the longer this one goes, right now they're lucky they're fighting inside of the house, but Acorn and Bolts towards the north, Darman Demas, that contested fight of Minute, Sauko, I Drop Marius, they can all eventually look on over to try the third party, but Taco, the EUFNC as champs, Sky and Scroll, you probably know them just a little bit more than I do, but I just remember a few years ago, these guys just kind of showing up on the map, the top of the leaderboard, people didn't believe in them, but man, has every tune changed this weekend.
We'll get a chance to check back in with them shortly, because right now it's all about what Cole's been cooking, and right now it's Mini Pio on the ropes. Cole going to immediately take over, just fully boxes him up and finds that first elimination here, really trying to get some momentum building, and Cole, he said it himself in that pre-game interview, Jacob, he's ready to show what he can do.
No fear at all, but wait a minute, we heard the taunt. Are you gonna contest us? We figured out as the game's going on, no, but Peterbot and Poyo are slowly making their way up towards the north. We've seen this in divisional cups. They're looking for elimination. eliminations here, and they did get that mythic AR. So Peterbot is going to be able to shred through these materials. They already got a knock and elimination onto Coyote as well, which is why you see Yuma by himself in this situation.
Yeah, and poor Yuma, he's just hoping that Darkness finds Saviors, but Peterbot shut down! Peterbot is out of this conversation! Yuma just fully closing things out. He doesn't want to leave it up to Boyo. He's forcing Boyo to make a decision now. Bail out for the reboot, but he might be stuck in the middle because everybody in the vicinity saw that elimination light up in the feed, and now Yuma, he might have just bought himself so much more time because other party, they're looking to intervene. Boyo with his back against the wall, trying to figure out where he can escape to.
Yeah, the only saving grace he has now is multiple teams look to third and fourth party in this situation. So the two solos, Yuma and Poyo, have a little bit of an opportunity to try to escape. But what they're waiting for here is for the two duos to actually start to fight it out. Until that happens, Taco, they really have little control over their game, because if they try to move out too early, either one of those duos will spot them out as a solo and try to play aggressive.
All I can think about is what took place at Globals, Jacob. When we saw Peterbot in that game one, he made the aggressive effort against Victor V, got put down, and it definitely made a serious impact for the rest of those matches. Will that happen here today? Is he reliving the past moments? But only Poyo can really save him in this one.
Yeah, and you got a huge shout out to Asia Yuma. That is not an easy elimination there. That's not an easy player to take down, especially when you had already lost Coyote. You're by yourself, back up against the wall. If Yuma went down, he's spending 20 or so minutes watching his screen trying to figure out what happened. But big boys make big boy plays, and Yuma is looking to stay alive.
I like this, though. Definitely a bit of a 180 from some of the action taking place a little bit northwest of where Acorn and Bolts are at. But Acorn, always regarded as such a strong IGL, and I'm very excited to see what exactly he's been stratting out, because every single one of these teams here today has just been anticipating some kind of bamboozlement. Nobody feels safe. Nobody feels secure in their original strategies. You've got the counter strat for the counter strat for the counter strat, and now we get to see it all come to fruition.
Yep. Now looking at Swizzy and Pixie. An interesting moment coming into this. Pixie, knowing he has a global champion by his side in Swizzy. When it comes to Dark Dominion, Taco, you don't see too many, when it's uncontested, players leave Dark Dominion early. They build this surge base here. Swizzy's going to be responsible for a lot of their early game damage. Meanwhile, Pixie, he's farming up extra materials, extra heals, so that way if they have to overstay their welcome in the zone, it's not a worry.
Poyo, though, definitely a little bit more concerned currently. Trying to see if he can make a play for the reboot. Is anybody close enough to try and gauge some warning shots towards Peterbot? The moment that he begins to glide down, but kind of reflecting back, I think that's where Pete is really going to have to reconsider when to hit the brakes. I understand you get that isolation, you put Yuma into a position where it should realistically just be a clean wipeout, but that's just not going to be the case. Nothing here is guaranteed. All of these teams had to fight their way to this competition.
Yeah, and it seems like it's not only Peterbot faced with early game trouble. You see Veno gliding down. You see the Gray Pistol in his inventory. So he just got rebooted as well. So not only we have one of the greats all time, but we have the current NA FNC as champions with a few early game struggles. But at least, Taco, they got the reboots back. The only big question for them is, what is it going to be when Storm Surge pops?
Only time will tell. For No Riley and Reason, though. He said he's put in a lot of effort working on that Reason 1v1 map, getting in those creative sessions. Practice is everything. But now you need to put it into reality. And for right now, they don't actually have to enter an exchange with Pablo or you have to go on Panzer, but the tides could change very soon.
Yeah, as long as they have enough gold, they already have control over the vending machine towards Sandy Strip. So when it comes to the zone, it's not necessarily going to be a worry for the next two. Vico and Malibuca quick to rotate, though. We know they're landing over towards that Frigid Fortress, the actual main POI, so they're going to get majority of that loot. But instead of staying up there and getting early game surge on players like iDrop, Marius, Minute Salco, the contested fight, even Noah Riley and Reason, they went ahead and rotated towards the south early. And you're seeing a few teams do that compared to online leading up to this. A lot of them would kind of stay in the zone, especially if they had those extra movement abilities.
Miko's got no reason to be nervous, though. He's just got to remember who he is, and it's crazy to think about that they've sort of slid under the radar as a team favorite. I think that there's just so many stars making appearances here at this global level competition, Jacob, that it can be easy to kind of have a handful fall out of that spotlight, but they're starting to build their way back in. Same mentality for Reet and Cooper, too. Side by side, Grilly and Jargu getting a little bit more caught up than they would like to.
On the other side, big damage. Krillian to Jargu, a little bit of the bait and switch. You distract him on one side, I'll get the wall and the elimination on the other. Mini Pio, I think, making the right decision. Why stay when you're weak already to try to fight a disadvantage 2v2? He immediately tried to rotate on over, saying, hey, I know we're not going to be working together for now, but I'm going to come back for your reboot card later.
Love the fact that Focus and Thomas, though, have just fully infiltrated what I believe is the leftovers of Sky and Scroll's initial surge base. Comes as no real surprise, though, to see Teeny and Shark still caught in the action here with Clix. They really want to try and see if they can get a clear elimination spree against this duo, but it's just not going to be easy because Shark, Teeny, they're the ones that are actually underneath on the surge threshold. They're forced to try and take this fight. Shark knows that he needs to be quick on his feet. He's got to try and find some consistency here. Maybe he can chop on the floor. Maybe he can break into the box, but 1 versus 2 can always be dangerous.
Yeah, and Shark is somebody, when he plays online, there's a little bit of ping differential here. He has a little bit more freedom, but they're not able to break through the boxes. I think Clix and Higgs know exactly what's going on. They're above that damage threshold. They're just trying to keep them out. Wait for the timing for when Storm Surge actually activates, because when it does, Taco, every 7 seconds, 25 damage. But why wait for that? Teeny is down. Higgs gets that first elimination. We thought maybe they could split it, but Clix and Higgs don't want to, and now they realize Shark's by himself. 2v1 situation. They have options here, Taco. You disengage or you go for the eliminations, and right now it's looking like they walk both of those.
Shark, you've been here before. You've done it so many times in the past on your region, but here in a LAN environment, things are going to be moving very different. But Higgs, he's dropped down to his last handbits of HP. Fortunately for him, he still has Clix to try and play a little bit of that supportive measure, but Shark, he's not finished. He's trying to make sure that he can get that full finish onto Higgs. He needs to break through, but he can't get the damage. Shark and Teeny are out of this first lobby, and Higgs, Clix have claimed Wonky.
Get a little bit of a preview of what Higgs thinks of that entire situation, and he was the man that got both of those eliminations, and this is the moment that started it all. It was a lurk play from underneath. He drops Teeny down, he gets the knock, and even gets his medkit canceled against Shark, but by then, Taco, it's a 2v1. It's lights out.
It's exactly what Clix and Higgs needed. You're trying to establish dominance off rip, and that's sending a very clear message. But for Tyler and Chance, a lot of trouble currently brewing here. Minority and Darkos are not willing to let this one slip away from them. They know that they have more than enough damage to kind of wait this one out, and if it's going to be a battle of attrition, that's one Minority and Darkos have no issues fighting out. They'll be able to claim 1 elimination in all that mess.
Yeah, you don't necessarily see where the other teams or players are at in terms of that Storm Surge leaderboard, but if you're a team like Minority and Darkos, you're above that damage threshold, deep in the zone, and a team is just trying to bulldoze into your box, that is a huge red flag, and they played that one perfectly. As we rotate out of Dark Dominion, you see players rotate through the top, but right here, Veno and Curve, knowing the map perfectly, they go right underneath and they try to take those tunnels.
Tunnels can be dangerous, though. You have to remember, there's usually going to be at least a solo, possibly even a duo, trying to camp these out. It's an affair that Swizzy and Pixie are all too familiar with, and I'm sure Veno, he's definitely been strategizing, definitely been trying to factor in every single possibility, but as the zones close in, as some of these teams get more and more desperate, Furious duo in a spot of trouble here. Night and Gone, they need damage. They're only 28 below. They're trying to see if they can apply some pressure to look like Chap and Flixie, but they're still sitting just underneath that threshold. A singular tag would do it, but will they be able to find it? Everybody is just refusing to budge, even the other duos that are in danger.
Almost makes you wonder how many players at this edge of the zone as it continues to pull towards the north are below or on the line when it comes to that damage threshold. 1 second, you see Knight and Gone. They're 1 damage above, but in that split second, they fall below. 25 damage. Flixie, Chap, they're in that same boat. They had an early game fight, and this is the struggles you deal with after, whether you're above or below. There's not a bunch of confidence with single-digit numbers, and that's why Flixie and Chap, they also need loot. This is just one tough situation to get out of. Flixie's gonna get dropped. The onslaught just continues as Chap falls as well.
Cringe is just on a rampage of his own demise here. He's got Twy coming in behind him, but now Sky looks to be a solo overhead. He's got Knight and Gone, but Madden, Cole, they got to deal with Peterbot, who's now the solo. The reboot has been a success up until this stage, Jacob. Now Pete from 6 zone onwards has to try and fare as a solo. And with so many other teams already looking at him, will he even get a chance to touch down? Just barely, but even then, only 2 overdrive grenades. A sliver of materials. He's running through his build so rapidly, he doesn't have a chance to breathe.
Yeah, basically needs a full elimination here worth of damage. No extra heals, and you can see his material count so low. But oh my god, he takes down Scroll. That is a second chance at life that does not last long. Peterbot and Poyo go down outside of placement.
That was exactly what Veno and Curve were waiting on. Veno loves to make that approach a little bit after the fact, especially since they had that tunnel position control and now getting to excellently take out some of those teams that were a little bit more scuffed in that backside of zone. And they're still looking to see what else they can get away with here. Gonna pick up that leftover Chug Jug. Decent amount of builds to work with too, but Reason, Riley, looking to try and get a little bit more of that high ground basing, slight cliff face. Malabuka and Vico also in a rather isolated position. It's all about who's going to expose themselves first, though.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a tough zone for a lot of the teams, especially those that might not have the materials. It's not a drastic elevation change, but you're seeing we're guarding to go up the side of Frigid Fortress. And you see Gino, Pablo, 50 below. They land some shots, but they're still 8 below that damage threshold. But these guys are experts. They know these single-digit numbers is not a reason to get desperate. You can find damage all along the way, and that is their plan. From point A to point B, they're trying to elevate themselves on top. They fall below the damage threshold once more, but Pablo and Chino are doing their best to get high ground.
It's insane, though, just how quickly that surge threshold can turn against you. And Pablo, Chino, they're still sitting at just 75 below, but when they base all the way up towards the high ground, they'll have a better opportunity to try and scope things out. But Clicks, Higgs, they're looking to make the chop. They're looking to go up. They want to see if they could be the ones to take over, and they'll at least force Chino and Pablo back for a moment. But it is just topsy-turvy, upside down, because Cammy and Hadi from across the way just looking to take everybody out. But Clicks, he's still got the ball rolling here. Chino has fallen. Higgs credited with the elimination, but Pablo, as a solo, what can he do from here?
Yeah, some people would say 7th zone, 8th zone might be too early to take that high ground, but Clicks and Higgs, that's something that's been their game plan since the NA Central FNCS. Bahari, Cammy, they did all that damage. They disrupted everything, but it's them on top of the castle. They already have 2 elims, and when you look at their loadout, from the slap pizza to the medkits, they have 2 different win conditions.
They've got all sorts of tools at their disposal, but whether or not teams are going to look to challenge here, Clicks and Higgs, they'll opt for frontside low ground. Instead, they know that they have to forfeit the high ground temporarily, but Cammy, Hadi, they got to reestablish Malabuka and lost Vico along the way, though, and just underneath them, Ritual Agers, they won't get a chance to take shots. Malabuka boxing up, but only hard match left, and they are going to be spent at a cost here. Cold and Rapid seemingly pinpointed this solo operation.
Oh, and Malabuka's daring. He tries to go ahead and get aggressive on the Cold and Rapid. Saw that one coming, immediately answered defensively, and now they're peeking over the top. Do we have high ground? Is it worth it to invest? I think it is yes, or at least for now, but you got to be careful. Agers, Ritual, they're in the rings waiting to try to, for a moment like that, to strike onto high ground. Clicks and Higgs, they lost it because of the builds. They had no more. They were forced down below, and look at the spot they're in now.
They just spent so much material when they were challenging Chino and Pablo, not realizing the kind of disaster that Cammy and Hadi were actually causing against them. And Higgs, Clicks, they've now been eliminated from the lobby. Hadi, Cammy, though, can they make this shift in elevation? They're forced to continue dropping, but there's already teams at the bottom of the hill, and Pablo is going to be the next to fall.
Yeah, it's That's another solo player out, so that's placement points going in. Agers is knocked. Ritual realized that can't be the hero. He's just trying to stay in the zone long enough to try to get the materials, but I don't think he had the chance. Fox is going to get that elimination. Noah Riley trying to do the same thing. The last of the heals, though, as the Chug runs out, but they're still running outside of zone. That elimination onto Ritual that he just got is going to give him the siphon so he can make his way back into the zone with Reed and Cooper.
But Cooper, Reed, they've got a little bit of advantage here now. They know that this is only Noah Riley. They're going to take him out, no problem. Cooper with 3. Reed has 2 as well. Rapid and Cold, though, still in full control of the high ground. And with the way that the zone has pulled Jacob over this shifting elevation, it has posed so many issues for these teams down below. Cold and Rapid also continuing to apply so much steady pressure. They've got the flow Remus grenades if they need them. And Acorn, unfortunately, he's got to do it all his own.
Yeah, and at this stage of the game, top 8, you got 5 players running around as solos. At least half of the placement points have been awarded. So this is the stage in the game where you really become a difference maker. As Darm picks up that elimination on a Minori. Pixie using the last of his heals. He's just trying to scrape together any extra placements. Maybe a free shot from the backside of the box. Hero, he tries to get it, but Pixie gets sent right back to the lobby. He truly might be the hero.
And Hero feeling good after that one. 7 eliminations in total is a solid start here in game 1. But Reed, Cooper, they want more than that. They want to see if they can win this one outright. Front side, fully in their control. Looking back, where Reed's gone down. Cooper was tarping ahead, and Reed wasn't able to withstand the pressure. Yapko, Panzer, they're going to be the ones taking over.
They hopped in the box and took them down with ease. We know Cold and Rapid all around high ground. Yapko, Panzer, they're on below. Hero is still in the backside of the zone. He's disrupting everything until he eventually falls. Yapko and Panzer, they do get the elimination. They make a desperate attempt to go outside of the zone and pick up the materials. But Rapid and Cold, they see how weak they are. They're dropping down from above. They're trying to keep the win condition intact, but he gets sent flying up. Rapid blocks it with a ram. Cold gets the down. 2v1 situation here. Panzer, Cold, they trade shots, but Cold will not go down without a fight. They win game 1 with ease.
Cold and Rapid just had the ultimate cutoff there. They knew exactly what needed to be done, and they took every single step possible to take over.
Guys, that was an absolute masterclass in the high ground. Stand up so Dusseldorf can see you. Cold, how did you know that the time was right to take height?
I mean, that's all Rapid. You know, this is what he does. You know, he's the best IGL in the world, and he showed it right there.
So all you needed to do was listen. So Rapid, how did you make that call?
Makla Descent High. That might have been the easiest lobby ever.
Do you think that people just were not wanting to challenge on height anymore? Because you had it for like 3 zones, unchallenged.
I mean, yeah, nothing they could do.
Nothing they could do. You make the drop down, you're up against Yapko and Panzer in that 2v2 situation. Who's making the call to go upwards and try and get that shot? Because you were flying Cold.
It was kind of both of our call, you know, like we knew that we needed the kill points, and that's exactly what we did.
You got so many eliminations in that game. So from here onwards, 5 more games to make it out of the upper bracket. You're not going to play it safe, are you?
No, we're not.
I can't wait to see even more eliminations from you guys. Do you own the high ground now? Do you own it?
Of course. I own every kind of ground.
Well, these guys, they found that victory royale a little bit too easy. So let's see if any of the duos can make it tricky after the break.
Was geht? Ist es FNCS oder? Schaust du an? Darf ich mitschauen? Oh mein Gott. Was? Der hat gerade Solo-Klatsch gemacht. Wo Shark? Ja, das war unten. Oh, Shark hat ja richtig rangekackt. Blix sie auch. Habe ich gerade gesehen. Ja, wo? Egal, die werden noch aufholen. Ja. Heute ist der erste Tag. Kann man morgen noch? Oder wenn man heute rausfliegt? Ja, also für morgen dann. Und kriegen schon mal 5.000 Euro. Ich bin für Shark. Ich bin für Shark, Teeny, Noah, Rayleigh und Reason.
That's crazy. The weather change here in Germany. Suddenly a cold front's coming in.
Warum sind die jetzt auf einmal in so einer Halle?
I cannot believe this just happened. Game number 1. Cold and Rapid come out.
Ach, und das davor mit dieser, da wo überall so Wände waren. Das war doch diese Aufwärm.
It's like, what the heck? Cold and Rapid are up on the high ground. For anybody that doesn't typically watch NA, man, usually you can find these guys mid-ground, low-ground, kind of feeling comfortable down there, but you heard them after that game, they were like, yeah, man, kind of just sent it.
Yeah, and he said it was free too, which is the most interesting part. I mean, if we looked before that, there were so many height retakes. They just took it at that perfect moment, and I mean, it was just playing it by the book after that. But not only did they secure a nice clean win, look at the amount of eliminations that Cold is just picking up back to back to back. These AR shots do not miss.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be all about the refreshes. You can see them continually picking up all of those eliminations. And when we were kind of jumping around from POV to
Blix ist auch da
when we
einfach.
were
What the
watching Hype
hell?
kind of get crazy, right? When we saw like 4
Ich dachte,
different
Blix war
teams
nicht da.
find themselves up on the high ground over the course of, what was that, like 60 seconds? The material counts for all of those teams were just so shambles that they had no chance to actually hold it for the rest of the game. So when you tune into a team like Cold and Rapid, and they are picking up those eliminations, they are picking up those refreshes, they're picking up those extra materials, they are in a healthy enough spot to actually go for the high ground and hold it, and that is exactly what they did.
Absolutely crazy stuff out of Cold and Rapid. Remember, we just need to be in the top 25 to secure ourselves a spot in on Sunday for finals. And after this game, I feel like we are looking really, really good. I can't wait to see the standings as well, because remember, all of these dudes are thinking the same thing. We just need that good game. We need to make sure we're keeping up in the top 25. But seriously, Cold and Rapid, what the heck? I love that you kind of call out. What are they doing on high ground?
Gabi?
Crazy too is even looking in for a moment there. Clicks and Higgs decide, hey, we're gonna go for this height, and everyone in the lobby was like, hey, don't let that happen up there. What are we doing?
No, Clicks and Higgs actually had a very
Dass er
good
jeden
approach to
Monat
that
mit
high
10
ground.
Euro
Like, oh my
zahlt,
gosh, we're
Digga.
getting a free chop. They
Aber ich
get
geh
the
nicht,
chop.
Digga.
The high ground team
Den
kind of
kann ich
falling
nicht
down. They had no mats. They were just like that close.
Ich gehe wieder
to
Launch
actually
2.
stealing away the high ground, but unfortunately, yeah. The lobby
Ja,
was like,
verschieb ihn nicht, wollte ich dir sagen. Weißt du das? Weil ich spielen gerade zusammen.
That last win, guess what? We've got a listen
Hä?
from
Jetzt.
that moment. Take a look.
Ich bin für Cold und Rapid auch, aber.
I'm a shock in a sec.
Wann geht's weiter?
I should have like made it be nice.
Looks like that's like a high team. Do you see map on this?
You literally just gotta make sure like, you know, rougher. Okay, miss this, we can jump down to the side of the hill and get a little bit closer to them. I think we should. Take that in.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I'm missing this, I'm gonna go down. You don't have, you can stay up if you want, you can stay up.
I like that.
Teeny. Nicht Kenny. Teeny.
Yeah, I'm watching. Nice.
Teeny.
Let's fucking go, baby, come on, let's go.
Calm, cold, collected is how this duo was feeling. And I mean, look, they were excited, but it looked like it was just another day in the battle bus. I mean, it just looked like a normal day for this duo. The confidence is there. We heard it in the pre-game
Kannst du
interview,
nicht
and
Handy
now
nennen.
closing it out. Look, there is one thing I do want to bring up here. It's not my EU bias, I promise. Okay? Not my EU bias, but all the top 3 teams that were in that final zone land at the northeast side of the map. We had a northeast zone.
Put that out there. All right, let's take a look at the standings real fast. We got to take a look at how everything else is shaping up for the rest of the lobby already. Look at the points are crazy, but want to highlight here for you second place Yapko and Panzer showing up in this 2v2 NA versus you. I'm sorry, being unbiased. This was crazy, right? We even saw some shots out of Yapko and Panzer taking down Rate and Cooper. Just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to the 3 duos here, right? You had Cold and Rapid, obviously, you know, full chilling up on the higher gun. And then you had Yapko and Panzer, one of the only 3 duos left. And the other duo that was kind of alive in the mix once we got into the top 10 was Reet and Cooper. But as soon as Yapko and Panzer kind of had an opportunity to take it to Reet and Cooper on the low ground, I'm not gonna lie, it happened so fast. Panzer and Yapko just hit some clean shots. Watch this kind of phase in right here. Clean shots from both of them to go ahead and secure the second place. And in the mix, we also see Hero off in the distance. Hold up,
Hero. 8x FNCS champs as a duo, but yeah, Yapko.
Sind es Highlights wieder?
They made the aggressive play, and it worked. I was getting a little nervous for Cold there when the initial shot from Panzer came through, but in the end, Cold Rapid did take the win. But hey, second place, kicking things off as a reminder, it is top 25 to move on to Sunday, so all of these teams we just saw are looking incredibly strong.
That's right, man. Every single interaction is going to matter, right? We only have 6 games to end in the top 25. And as you kind of called out, we saw Hero from Middle East in that moment, top 3 as a solo, mind you. In the chaoticness that is this crazily stacked lobby, Hero shows up big and
Ich dachte, Peterbot quittet die LAN.
You got to be feeling good after a game like that for all these teams that are picking up just so many points. Be curious to do some math over the course of the day to kind of get some expectations for what top 25 will actually look like. But yeah, game 1 right here coming out of the gate swinging. It might just be the only game some of these teams really need to actually pick up enough points.
Yeah, a lot of the pressure is lifted after that for these teams that got not only top 3, even top 5. I know FKS Hero, they're happy they switched to South Latte landing for this day. The question is, I mean, FKS Hero aren't contested, but for example, Cold Rapid are. So now they have kind of that freedom, that lifted pressure to play a bit more aggressive now.
I will say, though, Cold and Rapid were kind of expected, like you said, to be contested. I don't think they were that game. They did actually take advantage of some of the contestation that's kind of going on towards Sandy. That's where they picked up some of their early elims, picked up some of that early surge that they could kind of, you know, snowball into the end game. So keep an eye on the early game towards that way.
And I do just have to wonder, obviously this being the first game in this environment for many of these teams, maybe it's their first time. There's a lot of jitters, right? When you kind of get put in this situation, you're not at home and in the comfort of your home, the comfort of your setup, you know, you don't have your shoes kicked off, you don't have your desk a certain way, right? Your monitors, this is a completely different environment. So, you know, this being game number 1, I'm just going to chalk this up to like, hey, let's get game number 1 out of the way. Now we can kick things off crazily, right?
Look, a big team that I'm looking at in terms of the pressure, the nerves, perhaps, it's Sharkantini. They were contested at Wonkyland by Clicks and Higgs, and this is a team that they have what it takes. They've proven that they have what it takes, but I'm sensing a bit of that pressure. I'm sensing a bit of those LAN nerves. Now, the good news for Sharkantini is that they have all, you know, upper bracket to play out, get top 25, and then if they make it through, they have a whole other 8 matches on Sunday to truly show what they're capable of.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big talking points over towards Wonky Lane was confidence levels. I mean, Clicks and Higgs, for whatever reason, played this long game, kind of talking about, hey, we're not even going to be landing Wonky. And then, boom, surprise, they're here. And now Sharkantini might be kind of caught off guard because we could see in that early game how much respect they actually gave towards the way of Clicks and Higgs. Like, at one point, we were kind of looking around and was like, wait, whoa. Are Sharkantini even landing Wonky? They did eventually land, but they took, like, such little loot that Clicks and Higgs were kind of given almost the entire POI for free.
It's crazy, too, how long I felt like that fight went on, right? Like, you know, when we saw these practice games. Don't want to, like, you know, dig too much into those, but we saw this go a certain way, and to see, like, this super long, we're in the zone, and even in that situation where Shark was by himself, it's like, oh man, you know, like, it's, you know, let's close it up. Shark's like, oh, hey, Higgs, go down to 3 HP. Hold on a minute. I was like, wait, hold on. Is he about to come back? Is he about to clap back?
It's funny, when we were watching that, I remember Zeke was telling me, he's like, Togata, I think they're taking a little too long. Like, this fight has staggered out too long. I'm like, it staggered out too long 10 minutes ago, right? Like, they've been here way too long. This is not finishing. So the pressure, you know, it might be on both ends, but Clix Higgs are definitely looking more confident for now.
Obviously, one of the big talking points coming into this weekend was the NA on NA action. One of those instances, of course, was Cooper and Reet versus Aiders and Ritual. They did not fight in the early game, but we actually see both of those teams find themselves in the top 10, right? Cooper and Reet in 4th place right there. Aiders and Ritual in 7th place. So, honestly, I feel like both teams potentially kind of feeling comfortable splitting that split shop up towards the north side of the map. I know Reet and Cooper were kind of talking about it. Hey, you know, if the day is going bad for either one of us, I'm expecting the fight to be taken by maybe somebody, but I don't really expect it to happen, right?
I mean, I don't know. Time will tell. What I'm seeing is a lot of NA teams on that top 10, top 5 on the leaderboard. So I'm curious to see if that trend's going to continue, or we might see things mix up a little bit as the day goes on.
Absolutely, and I wanted to focus here on Cammy and Hari, right? We saw them for a little bit, right? Back on height. Togata, you were saying, wait a minute, is this a blast of the past or what?
Look, if I was a couple years ago and I'm, you know, sitting down and I hear you come and tell me, hey, you know, 2026, we're at an international event, it's Cammy Hari. They win the first game on high ground. I mean, there's a duo. You know, Cammy has already been ahead of the meta, but it was more a low ground team you would expect. But now recently in 2026, especially going to duos, we have seen them play a bit more high ground. We have seen them play a bit more aggressive. If you think back to Cammy and Seti, they haven't been the strongest fighters. And now I am seeing a lot more confidence with this duo.
Yeah, you're talking about kind of controlling the high ground, but any single time we see one of our duos kind of take high ground around 8th zone, anytime we kind of tune into their POV, immediately turn your eyes to their material account, which is exactly what I did right here when it was the case of Cammy and Hari, because yeah, they had high ground. They had 30 builds to work with. Like, you're in 8th zone. You got so much more Fortnite to play after that. There's no way you can kind of continue throughout the rest of the end game with that material count. You're going to have to make something happen, which is why I'm always a big fan of judging any of those type of plays where the early high ground takes kind of happen.
Yeah, I mean, when you take height with that low math, it's kind of an all or nothing. You
Komm gleich wieder.
Then and there, because you're not going to be able to keep building out. You're not going to get forward height. Like, you are all or nothing in those moments. And the amount of teams that tried taking height after that, not only Clix Higgs, it was just back to back until eventually Cold and Rapid at the perfect moment took it, and they had a good amount of materials. So it was a pretty, you know, by the book cleanup.
Yeah, what's interesting too is remember, like, obviously when we watch these things, there is an overarching meta, right? But then the moment we not even just summit, right? It doesn't matter what stage of the competition is, there's always a meta within that meta that develops. And so it's interesting that, like, even in this game 1, that high ground really, no one was willing to just let it go. How many times have we seen just like, oh, hey, a team just showed up and on high ground and they've just been up there. We keep saying the same thing. Hey, guys, let's look up. But hit the summit, everyone's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm just going to peek up. Someone's up there. Let me just help that out.
Yeah, I mean, the end games obviously are going to play out extremely differently from game to game. I do want to kind of turn our conversation over to the early game. Obviously, we did talk a little bit about Wonky Lane, right? We got Clix and Higgs versus Sharkatini. Obviously, because Clix and Higgs are landed over there at Wonky Lane, guess who's going to be uncontested? Peterbot and Plyo over at Squibbly. Contested. They don't want to take that early fight off spawn. That is, early fights are kind of their that game.
Look, I'm gonna shout out my man Levin2K here, because we were talking to Pete yesterday, and there's this thing that, you know, happens every now and then. Pete gets really confident. He goes in quickly to try and get confident. He goes in quickly to try and get a quick finish, but either he takes a big loss of shield and HP, and then he has to heal up. Pollo makes it there, they take the fight again, and they win it. You know, there's pretty standard. They get a bunch of eliminations over time, but you're in an international event. I mean, if you go down, you can see it kind of just sets you up for a staggered situation. Zone pulled, you know, east from them after that. I think you got to kind of just, you know, focus up, take the competition a bit more seriously.
Interesting stuff. I'm actually curious. You guys kind of talked about this early game and, you know, Clix and Higgs versus Sharkatini. We actually have elicited from the beginning of the game. Let's take a look.
It's a keyboard player. We're double scroll wheel.
Yeah.
They have to sidekick us so they guarantee lose.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, bro. Why are they doing this?
Bro, because they want to have a good game 1.
I don't think they landed here, bro.
I didn't see them, bro. God, I didn't.
I saw one short, but it could have been for jungle.
I'm gonna throw fake shock.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, go.
Stay crouched.
40 cracked. No,
Full
not
crouching,
cracked,
full
not cracked. Gotta make a noise. Did it! Nice, coming. Teeny, come King Shark.
Just so crazy. I love, again, this is like what's the best part of the LAN is immediately getting to hear directly from the players. Even in that moment, right? Like, what a crazy play. Hey, I'm setting up a fake shock. And you even saw it there. Shark's like, oh, I heard it. Oh,
Yeah.
oh wait.
And you got to think, right, for Shark and Teeny, over the course of the rest of the weekend, they're going to be thinking about that moment. Any single time they hear one of those overdrives go, they're like, wait a minute, I don't know if they're actually...
buying it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's also pretty cool that we kind of listen in at a pretty pivotal part of that early game in the sense that Clicks and Eggs were kind of confused as well. They were like, wait a minute, like, did they land here? Like, where were they? He was like, oh, I think one landed short. I think one was like over there. So they actually didn't even kind of know what was going on. I mentioned that. I was like, wait a minute, are they even going to land there on them? So Clicks and Eggs were kind of feeling the same sentiment.
I was just as confused because Shark Teeny had a very similar drop to Deemish and Darm, who are, I mean, they're close to Wonky Land, but it's a completely different drop, and they were like on the same height, and I'm like, what's going on here? Like, where are they? It was the same confusion that Clicks and Higgs were having, but then the fight ended up staggering a lot. But as we saw, that overdrive play, I mean, that worked incredibly well. It got them a pick. They were put in a 2v1, and Higgs did get dropped to maybe like 5-10 HP, but in the end, they won the fight, and that's truly what matters.
Absolutely. So, guys, what do you think? Again, we're just trying to be the top 25. We're trying to be the upper half of the lobby after these 6 games, 5 more. What do we need to change for game number 2?
I mean, for a lot of these teams, it's got to be the early game. Obviously, we've talked a lot about the teams who kind of found success during that game, but I feel like when we jumped into the game and watched for like a minute, there was like 90 players alive super fast, which means that basically 5 teams instantly went down, which is kind of to be expected because we know that there is a lot of teams that are kind of contesting each other around the map. The approach to the early game is going to be the difference for a lot of these teams.
Well, it's time to see if they can make those adaptations. Again, this is game number 2. Nobody freak out. I'll do it for you. Casters, over to you.
Hey, game 1 did not disappoint. That is for sure, Jacob. I mean, I know that we were definitely expecting to see a little bit of those drawn-out fights, the original starting points getting a little shaky, but it's going to be an uphill battle for some of these teams already.
Yeah, you kind of look at the Clicks and Shark fight over at Wonky Land. Even though Clicks didn't have the most phenomenal performance, they outplayed Shark and Teeny. Can that repeat? Game 2 is here, so let's jump right in. Game passes, you kind of have to look at your spot on that leaderboard. We know it's top 25 that get that qualification to Championship Sunday, and the bottom 25 have to do it again tomorrow. So you don't need to win every single game. You just need to do good enough.
For Muzz Sphinx, all they really want to win right now is the off-spawn contention. Nebs, Nathan, though, a little bit faster to the punch, but not going to be able to connect the shots. No lineup. Muzz skirting off into the building. We'll be able to gather some resources, so these two are going to have to meet head-on at a later point.
Yep. For now, it's just kind of load up, give ourselves a little bit of a fair fight. Chap, Flixie, Romero and his duo. This is something that we caught very early on. I believe it was Chap that was able to get both of those eliminations, and then we saw him down later because of the third parties. And now it goes, they both grab their respective floor loadout, and it's Flixie that gets the best of Romero first.
Some tough breaking point right now for the Argentinians. Lewa going to be left to try and pick up the pieces here, but for Chap, he's now going to look to just prioritize keeping a little bit of a lockdown position here. They don't want to let Lewa escape. They would obviously love to have some more elimination points if possible, and not only that, but you got to keep your head on a swivel in these lobbies. You can never stop anticipating a third party intervening.
Yeah, just all these contested fights all over the map. I saw some action going down in the feed as well for Latte. That's not too far away from here. But Yapko, Panzer, Jonas, Fellows, they're the ones across from each other. And another one of those contested fights where, yes, they can go ahead and play aggressive towards one another, but in the early portions of this, they will at least want to give themselves a loadout so they're not playing mostly on luck.
But I'd argue that this is a much worse position currently for Jonas and Falos, because you have to remember, Yapko, Panzer, they've already had one solid lobby, and in a 6-game format for top 25, most of the heavy lifting has been completed. So now, Veloz and Jonas, they're going to be stuck having to try and escape, stay out of Panzer and Yapko's line of sight. But Shartini, they're looking to get more aggressive right from the start. They have gotten their revenge here in this second lobby.
I wish Zeke would have asked them what they need to do different, because it feels like they did exactly that. In game one, we saw them fly high. They didn't go to the closest drop marker down below, and that made it late to take over Wonky Land. This time around, it looks like they got aggressive. They went ahead and pushed the fight over to Clix and Higgs. The first down is there. Clix in a 2v1. You can see him trying to make a play, but Taco, by then, it's too little, too late. Shark and Teeny get their get back.
Look, I understand that Teeny is definitely very strong when it comes to those lurk play opportunities, but sometimes you just gotta let Shark's natural instincts take over. That upfront and aggressive close combat sort of style is definitely going to work out in their favor, because Clix and Higgs, we even heard it in their call out briefly before this matchup started. They were expecting them to play it much more passive. They know that all you need is 1-2 good lobbies and you're through the top 25, and you don't want to be watching if you're Clix and Higgs currently, because Sharktini, how many times have you seen them contested at Wonky Land? It's been happening all season long, Jacob. And sure, that was just in the EU department, but even at a global level, preventing Sharktini from converting an off spawn into a top 5 finish, I would be a little worried about that.
Yeah, and you can kind of see right here, Vico Malvuka, Frigid Fortress. Wondering maybe, where did Vico get that elimination while uncontested? But Taco, let me tell you, he actually took down Agers from Frigid Fortress, really playing a role in that fight. Noah Riley's going to go down. Razan's going to be by himself. 1v2 situation. Well, let's see how good his practice map actually is.
Reason he's doing what he can to try and get away, but Veloz looking to chase this one out. They need some kind of recovery point, but Reason, he might be running straight into the heart of where Yapko is currently based up, but Veloz might be forced to give up the chase. Don't want to expend too many resources too early on, especially when you know that Painted Bombs currently belongs to Panzer and Yapko. The juice just isn't worth the squeeze, so Reason will manage to escape, but it might only be a temporary relief, because Yapko and Panzer, they might have a good idea of where exactly the solo's at.
Yeah, and you just got to be very cognizant of where the zone is actually pulling, because right now, you can kind of see the edge of it, so it seems like it might be pulling away from the northeastern part of the map. Only time will tell. Asayas, Scary, going for a lurk play. They already win their off-spawn fight, but that's not going to be enough. Quinjin Twy, it looks like they're trying to sneak up onto them that already have their base secured, so it might not be the best idea. So I do like this out of Asayas and Scary. Instead of trying to push in a fight that you might not need, they go ahead and disengage and continue their game.
BOT, unfortunately, a victim of Thomas HD and Focus. At one elimination, going to try and propel them forward as they're looking to get the secondary component. LB Works just barely managing to get away, but it's only going to be a short-lived instance. Focus and Thomas get a little bit of a run back here to see how exactly that all broke down for BLT, and unfortunately, yeah, Thomas just too quick with it, waiting on that opposite angle.
Yeah, almost makes me wonder, is that a part of their strategy after kind of realizing in game one, we might need to get a little bit more aggressive for Surge, whether it's close range or long range. But Thomas, Focus, from Riptides to that elimination, they're already on the move. Sky and Scroll as well, from the north side of Battlewood. They did exactly what Veno said they should have done. Switched up their game plan, because what they were doing should not have worked. And now Sky and Scroll, instead of overstaying their welcome at Battlewood Boulevard, they instantly rotate the Dark Dominion.
We've already recognized the fact that this lobby is moving at a different pace entirely, and they don't want to be left behind. Staying one step ahead of the pack is always going to be difficult, though, especially with the way that some of these other teams are playing. Hobby and Aminish, after that first game performance, they found themselves just inside of the top 10, and they're looking to hold on to that position.
Fights don't stop. Chap and Flixie from one to the next. They win their off-spawn fight. And sure, essentially, that new Sanctuary would be uncontested to themselves, but after that, you see them rotating out through the tunnel. They put themselves in a 2v1 situation. Nutty's going to be the only one down below, and there's really no options. They closed off each end, and they're really trying to make their numbers advantage work, pressuring in zone after zone. Nutty's just trying to go ahead and run away now, and this might be his only chance at survival.
Well, Flixie sent a little bit further back than what had originally been intended there, but Chap still willing to get Chase cut off yet again by the top of that tunnel, and that might have been just enough delay for Nutty to slip away. But even still, Jacob, relatively low on materials, doesn't have any metal, needs to get a reboot off for GabZeta. And there are other teams still looking to try and enter New Sanctuary, and whether or not they're also a team that's hurting for some hard material, looking to try and refarm some of those elements, it's not going to be very easy for Nutty to find this reboot anytime soon.
Yeah, for Chap and Flixie, though, I like that lack of desperation for that elimination. They say, hey, he's going in New Sanctuary. He's going to have to come out eventually, and they're just going to wait instead of waiting and moving in and possibly getting lurked, just like you see Janus and Cheatin doing here to Controller. Haman, I'm not sure if he's there anywhere nearby, but he desperately needs to get some sort of a signal because they are gearing up right now to break through the wood, land a good shot on a Controller, but he got the signal just a little too late. He's in the box. They're not trying to let him out, and they do not let it happen. That first knock, that one's going to be easy. Haman is almost nowhere in sight. So for Cheat and Janus, that was a free elimination.
They definitely need to start establishing some territory pretty soon here. Haman, though, stuck inside of their surge base. But if he's that high up, Jacob, you have to wonder how exactly were Cheatin and Janus able to slip by the watchtower? And now Haman forced to try and figure out, do I stick around? Am I going to be able to disengage? Or will I just be lit up the moment that I try to escape my position?
I will say the saving grace, though, for him is the zone is pulling away from that spot. So eventually, everybody will have to go, and he'll get at least a chance at that reboot card. But you can kind of see in Cheatin's inventory, literally seconds before, he had bandages in there. So you can see they're lacking a ton of loot, and that elimination's got to help them tenfold. Let's jump on our winners of game one, 101 points, Cold and Rapid. They said, hey, this one for them was a little easy. They got high ground. I don't think anybody had a chance to look up.
They were playing that first lobby as if it was an opens, Jacob. It did not seem